Oh, Melinda, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm just getting set up. So if you want to come up, come on up. There's the message. Uh, I don't. Once again, I don't know how long we'll go. That always depends on who shows up. If anybody wants to come up and communicate with me, uh, I just do what comes naturally. I try to enjoy myself. Happy New Year, Melinda. I hope you and your family's having a great one. I been kind of taking it easy here recently. My old job site ended before Christmas, and so I've been assigned a new one, but it hasn't started yet. There's some temporary spots I could take, but I just soon take the time off right now. They got two, but they're 5 hours in the middle of the day, which runs your whole day, if you ask me. And I'd just soon not do it. If I was hurting more for money, I'd probably do it. Uh, and I'm not saying I'm rich. No, I'm not. I need to work still, but I can afford to take some time off. If I really had to, I guess I could put in to take as a vacation, but I didn't do that. Jerry, how you doing, man? Come on up. We'll see how everybody's doing. Like I said, I just been taking it easy. Like I said, on my last day was the 20th of December at my last site. It's ended. I've been assigned a new one. It's closer to where I live. Actually pays a little bit more, but it's not 40 hours a week. But it hasn't started yet. They promised to get me some more hours once it does start somewhere else, which is fine. Uh, I'm more than willing to do that. But I've taken this whole week off, and I'm thinking about maybe taking all of next week off, unless the job site that I've been assigned calls up and wants me to start working. Uh, I've been straightening around the apartment. I haven't done it. I put it off for a very long time. So I'm trying to get things straightened up a little bit. Uh, we'll eventually get it done. But I just got a new thing for my kitchen area, new rack to store stuff on. That's all right, Jerry. We understand. So I got to put that together tomorrow. Put that up. I'll be able to store a few more things up instead of having them sitting around cluttered in the place. I got to get some new picture frames. I got a couple that are broken, actually, about three that are broken, and I need a few more than that. I need, there's one that's two types, exactly the same. I need at least that are broken. I need to get at least three or four of those, and then I need to get another style that's broken. There's two of those. I need to get at least two, maybe three of those. And then I need to buy some 5x7 picture frames so I can start putting some more pictures up of the family. I know it's only going to be a couple of years, but I might as well get them up. I just hung, you might be able to see on the back wall back here. There's a picture hanging up back there. I just put that up this weekend. I put it up yesterday, I believe. It's a picture of my very first ship. It's got my reporting date on there. My older brother was on that ship with me. So it's got our names on there and the dates that we were reported on board. He bought that picture for my mother, and she ended up giving it to me. So I got it up there. I don't think you can see it, but in one corner I got a little picture from one of my boot camp yearbook or boot camp book, whatever you want to call it. I somehow ended up with two of them. And yeah, I'm wearing a black hat, a black cowboy hat in that one. It's not really a sombrero. It's but it's close to it. It's a little more of a cowboy hat. I wear that one a lot during the winter. It helps keep the head warm. It blocks more sunlight than these baseball caps. And if it's raining, I got a cover for it that I can put on it. And that's a cotton felt type. I want to say cotton type hat. And so I cover it with a plastic cover for it that I bought. I have a couple of. Actually, I have 3 of them. One's in a package that's not been opened yet. One that's a little more worn is in the car. So if I'm out and about and the weather turns bad, I can put it on the hat. And then one's in the living room with the hat. If it's bad when I go out, I put it on, and so I don't run my hat. I've had that hat now for 5 or 6 years. I've taken good care of it. First couple of years, I didn't wear it a whole lot. I bought that at a place called Boot City, which is in Terre Haute. It's a very large place. Actually, it's outside of Terre Haute, but it's billing address is Terre Haute. Very large country western place. You can go get saddles for your horses. You can get holsters for your gun. Cowboy hats, clothing, boots, all kinds of stuff for your horse. You know, I don't know what all it's all. You know, your bit for the mouth and reins and all that good stuff. And but yeah, they got a lot of stuff there for the people who have horses or the guys that like myself who like to wear cowboy hat. There was a nice selection there, and I bought the hat that I liked at that time. Like I said, I still wear it. I've had that hat now for at least 5 years, maybe longer. So it was long before I started doing videos myself. Now I've been on YouTube as a subscriber to other people for 7 years or more, but I've only been doing videos myself for a couple of years. Well, I have to give a shout out to some people. I don't know who they are, but my membership has gone up. I'm over, what is it? 1,700. Let me see here real quick. I'm over 1,100, almost to 1,200. I'm 1,190, according to my studio thing. Crystal, hello. How you doing, Jillian? Thank you for coming. As I was saying, my membership have gone up quite a bit this week. For me, I was under 1,100 at the start of the week. I was about 1,070 at the start of this week, and I'm up to 1,190. So that kind of surprised me that I jumped that much, but I'm also happy about it. Crystal, I was glad you had a good giveaway. I was glad I was able to help. Jeline, thank you for coming and giving a like. And you also shared, so we appreciate that. And oh, wait a minute, what the heck's going on there? Okay, I see what's going on. So anybody wants to come up is more than welcome to come up. I'm going to try to get myself a AI translator where I can maybe talk to people I can understand people that are speaking a different language. I can talk to people that if they're here that doesn't speak English or doesn't speak English very well, by letting them use my other it'll have like two AIs. You'll have like two earphones, and one will translate their language into English, and the other one will translate English into their language. I got the equipment, but I can't seem to get it set up, so I got to get a hold of some people, see if I can set it up or send it back, and then buy some different stuff to get it to work. But we haven't got that figured out yet. Let's be honest about it. I do know people that English is very poor. Like I said, my friends are my best friends down in this area, and my best friend. Their mother doesn't speak very much English at all, very very little. Well, we appreciate you being in the background, Jillian. We appreciate it, and so it would help me communicate with her. I've known her for almost 30 years. Her English is almost as bad as my Mandarin. As I said, almost. I know one or two words. I think she might know 3 or 4 words. I know shishi means thank you, and that's about all I really know that I'd be comfortable with. But so I thought it might work out and do a little bit more. Try to make things better. Like I said, everybody knows that I'm not going anywhere till my mother passes, and you don't know how long that's going to be. And when I won't buy an AI that will not translate Tagalog or Filipino, depending on how they want to say it, because when I go to the Philippines, let's be honest about it, some people will be uncomfortable speaking English, and I don't speak Tagalog, so it would come in handy that way as well. So that's something I was thinking about that might help out. But I'm trying to figure out what the heck this is. Oh well. So yeah, I've been cleaning up around the apartment yesterday and today, and I got a couple more days worth of work to do because I don't work nonstop. I hate cleaning. I went through a bunch of old paperwork and magazines and stuff that I just had piled up. And now I got some stuff I need to go through and decide whether I want to keep it or shred it because it's got a little more personal information on it. There'll be a lot of shredding, but I'll do that tomorrow. I'll probably sit in my living room and I got a shredder here in my bedroom, but I'll probably just go into my living room, take the shredder with me, plug it in, and watch things on maybe a football game or something on TV, and I'll do the shredding. I also have to, like I said, take that box apart, put this shelving unit together, and put it in the living room. And I want it's for the kitchen. I'll have it set in the living room right beside the kitchen. My kitchen living room run together. There's no door. So I could set it in the kitchen, but that would make it tight. So I'll set it in the living room and take care of that, put more dishes on there. I have some stuff that are sitting on top of other things that I'll be able to move off that stuff and put it in a space of its own, which will make it a little more visual pleasing anyway. And like I said, I have to get some picture frames. The picture frame for my family photo taken back in 73 when my brother Jim and I both were home before he went on board the ship. So we were home together, and we were all home for Christmas Jim had to leave before Christmas, but my oldest sister came home from New York. I was home from the Navy in San Diego. My brother was home from Hawaii going to San Diego. He was being transferred to my ship. He was been in Hawaii. And everybody else lived in Terre Haute. So we all got together and had our family photo taken. So my brother Jim and I both are in our uniforms, our dress blues. And so, like I said, the frame that holds that is broken, so I got to get a new frame to replace it. And a couple other frames I want to replace. And then I have some 5x7 photos that I don't have any frames for. I got one of my mom. That's a 4 generation. It's my mom, my youngest sister, her daughter, and then her daughter. So it's my mom, her daughter, her granddaughter, and her great granddaughter. And so I'd like to put, hey, Melanie, how you doing? Thank you for coming. So it will be able to put that up. And then I got a picture of my oldest nephew and his family I'd like to put up. And I got another photo of my younger brother who's passed away, but I got a real nice picture of him. It's also a 5x7. So I need at least 3 or 4 5x7s to get the pictures up that I want. Those won't go on the walls. I have shelf areas I can put them at. And then we'll see about that. Now, a couple of them I'm going to put up. I'm going to have to put up on the wall. I did hang up pictures this week. I hung up 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Just 4 picture frames. I mean, I got those hung up, and I'm going to hang up another 4 or 5. We'll see. We'll decide that later. Because if I can put them up without hanging them up, I will. Some of those, like the family picture, I maybe put that up without hanging it. And another one I got that I could probably put up without hanging it as well. But we'll see. It all depends. But I hope everybody had a great Christmas. I enjoyed mine. I know I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. But to me, that was enjoyable. I was able to stay home and actually do nothing. As a security guard, I've worked a lot of Christmases. I worked a lot of holidays in security. And so it was nice. I was invited to my friend's house for Christmas, but I didn't want to intrude on their family Christmas. And I didn't feel like going. I just felt like sitting around the house doing nothing, which is pretty much what I did. I almost did, I cooked my own food and naturally, and I watched some TV. And that's all I did Christmas Day. It was a very relaxing day for me. Then like Thursday, I did some work. Then Friday and Saturday, yesterday and today, in other words, I started working around the apartment. I'm going to have to change gyms. I have a gym membership, but I'm going to have to change it because of, like I said, I had a good one. We're doing well. But I'm going to change to a gym that has a pool because it'll be easier on my joints for exercise. Swimming is a great all-around endurance exercise, and it's really easy on your joints. I told you before I'm having trouble with my feet, so I can't walk as much as I'd like, although I'm starting to get back into walking a little bit more. But when I do move to the Philippines, if I'm healthy enough, which means I need to get myself in better health, I'd like to take up skin diving again, or snorkeling, some people call it, skin diving or snorkeling. I used to snorkel when I was in the Philippines before. It was immensely enjoyable going out in the ocean and just swimming along top of the water, watching the fish and stuff like that, and maybe diving down, taking a closer look at something. So I'd like to get back into that, but I need to get back into shape for swimming. Also, it's better for my weight if I lose. For my health if I lose weight. I was also watching some videos, and they say I need to do some weight training. It's not to bulk up, but to tone, because it's better for your bones and your muscles, especially when you get older. It's supposed to improve your health because it builds up your bone muscle, your bone density, and your muscles, which in turns makes you healthier. Also helps with your balance. As you get older, that's something that a lot of people have trouble with. And it's also supposed to help you live longer. So they say you need to do both endurance training and the weight training. I can do the weight training at the gym I'm at, but I can't do the swimming. They don't have a pool. So I'll probably, there's three options. I have three options around here with a pool. The option I'm leaning towards is a place called Vent Fitness. It's just a couple of miles from where I live, and they have a swimming pool. And they got 2 or 3 locations, and I'd be able to use any one of them, but it makes sense to use one close to me. Option 2 is don't ask me to pronounce the name, but it's over off of Wolf Road, which is where my office, not where I work, where my main office is at. It's over close to there, and they have a pool. A friend of mine belongs to that one. That's option 2. And option 3 is the YMCA. The YMCA, even with I think it's a senior discount, is $10 more than Vent with my military. No, I think the senior discount's at Vent. The military discount is at the YCA, but with the two of them, it's $10 more for the YMCA. The only advantage to the YMCA is farther away, but the advantage you could say to the YMCA. How you doing, Jen? Let me give you a blue wrench. There you go. And hey, Mike, how you doing, man? Jen, just to let you know, if you got a channel, you can either drop it yourself, or you can just type in 3 L's, and my Nightbot will drop it for you. I'll show you how to do it. I'll do it with this. Don't join this channel, anybody. This is my Ninja channel, and Lady Me, how you doing, Lady Me? Thank you for coming. And so, yeah, it just I try to make it as simple as I can. And I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas. I want to wish you all a Happy New Year. That's this coming Wednesday. No matter where you're at, it's going to be Wednesday. And now, Jen, I am Larry. Larry and Lazy Larry are the same one. The channel that comes up as Larry is my Ninja channel. This one's my main channel, Lazy Larry, and this is my Ninja channel, Larry. And so I keep up with the chat this way. I have this one up, and this is how I can add you as a monitor. I can't do it with the other one. Now, Mike, I don't know if I told you this or not. I know you're going March 3rd, but March 3rd is a special day to me for a couple of reasons. On Friday, March 3rd, 1972, is the day I went active for the Navy. That's the day I left Terre Haute, went to Indianapolis, and flew to San Diego to start boot camp. Now, March 3rd, 1999, not 99, excuse me, that's wrong. No, it was 99, yeah, 99. March 3rd, 1999 is the day I quit smoking. So, and it was an accident that it was the 3rd because I wanted to quit on the 1st, but I ended up having a cigarette, so I quit on the 3rd. So it's been, this March 3rd will be 26 years since I quit smoking. And, but I smoked a pack a day or more for over 27 years. I smoked more than 27 years, but a pack a day or more for 27 years, a little over. So that's how that went. About 27, 28 years, I smoked a pack a day or more, but I smoked longer than that. So yeah, it been a while. Been a minute or two. In case of any of you are wondering, this is just tea, not beer. If it was beer, I'd have it in the bottle. I wouldn't pour it into a glass. And if it was beer, I haven't had an old San Miguel in a long time. That's if I'm gonna drink beer. That's what I'd want, but there's no place around here that sells it. Maybe next time I go down to New York City, maybe I'll see if I can get myself a 6-pack. But we'll see. Anyway, we're just trying to stay out of trouble right now and enjoy ourselves. And Mike's making me jealous because he's going to the Philippines. I'd love to be going, but like I've told a lot of you, some of you are new, so I'll say it again. I can't go anywhere till my mother passes. She'll be 99 next month. God bless her. She keeps saying she doesn't want to live to be 100, and I keep telling her that's up to the good Lord. And she goes, I know, but I don't want to live to be 100. So what else can you do? And Madeline, how you doing? Thank you for coming. We appreciate it. The more the merrier. I wish Mike or Jerry, well, Jerry's busy editing videos, but I wish somebody would come up and talk with me. But hey, it'll happen. Maybe Mr. Hunt will come in. He shows up once in a while. Now, any of you that are thinking about coming up, the one thing I require is that you show your picture. I want to know who you are. And it used to be I didn't do that, but a couple of weeks ago, I had two people come up in a row and were very rude, actually quite obnoxious in their comments and vulgarity. And so I refuse to let people up that I don't know, even if they're using a name I know. I want to see your picture. I want to know it's you, not that you hijacked somebody. And so you got to show your picture or you can't come up. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to show your picture the whole time, but I got to know who you are. Like Jerry, a lot of time when Jerry comes up, he's outside. He'll show his chickens. The cat's a neighbor's horse. He'll be outside doing some work in the yard. And well, I believe that, Jerry. As you know, I'm not a big follower of your train videos, but I do like your walking videos. And I always did like the undercarriage video, though, with the train. I know you haven't done one of those in a while. But all of you that don't know Jerry, as it says, he's in South Texas. He likes doing videos on trains, but he also likes to walk around in some of the towns around South Texas, or he'll cross the border into Mexico and do some videos walking around down there. Very entertaining. He'll also walk around nature parks and show you what's going on there. Some very good videos, if you ask me. I've followed Jerry for quite a while. Chelsea, how you doing? Welcome. And we appreciate you all coming. I don't know what happened there, but let me change that. But all right, Chelsea, you got a new video up. That's good. And not a problem, Jerry. I really do enjoy your videos. I don't watch as much as I really need to, but I try to keep up with so many different people. I've spread myself pretty thin, but I try to keep up. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to do a little more than what I've been doing. I don't know if I really want to do a lot of shorts. I need to either do some shorts or some videos. That's the only way you really keep your growth going. And I'm not large enough to just survive on live streams, although it's live streams what I enjoy. And so we'll keep plugging away. Like I said, I'm almost up to 1,200 people. It surprised me that I got that large this week. So I'm really grateful for that. So yeah, we're trying to get everything done a little bit better than what we've been doing. This week I was really lazy, didn't put up any new videos. So I can't complain about that. I got to do some other things. Like I said, I wanted to go get that one video, but the weather was just so cold. I did not want to get out. It was just bitter cold. Hey, Tim, how you doing, man? And for all of you that don't know Tim, hey, he's also got a lot of good videos up. Now, Tim is in the Philippines. He lives in the Angeles City area. Now, Mike, he's on Negros Oriental, right? You're not too far outside of Dumaguete, I think. Well, he's in Canada now, but his wife is in the Philippines. And so that's where he's getting ready to go in March. So like I said, he just tried to make me jealous to remind me that. Yeah, that's what I told him. It was really a lovely place to visit, it looks like. There are a lot of areas I'd like to visit when I get to the Philippines. Like I said, I plan on starting in Cebu, as most of you know. That doesn't mean that's where I'm going to end up at, but that's going to be my starting place. I don't know if I'll like it enough to stay there. There are certain aspects I know I'm going to like about it, and there are certain aspects I know I'm not going to like about it. So, which one's going to be the deciding factor? Well, Tim, you do make pretty good videos. I have to agree. But with Mike there. But Jerry, I can't blame you for wanting to go back. Like I said, I could afford to go this year if I really needed to. But like I said, I don't want to be that far away from here because of my mother. And plus, if I did go, that would just prolong how much longer I'd have to work so I could retire and go permanently. And some people say, well, Larry, you got to have a return backup plan. And I do. I won't return back to here where I'm living. I would return back to Indiana because I can live in Indiana on my Social Security. I don't like the cold. I have a lot of family there. But if I have to come back to States, then I got to take into consideration where can I live on my own and still enjoy myself. And right now, that's where it would be. So that's my backup plan. When I finally decide to call it, that's where I'll go, and that's where I'll. If I have to come back to States, that's where I'll go, and that's where I'll stay, at least for a while, till I get everything back on my feet. I can always stay with my sisters. 2 of my sisters live together, and that would save me a lot of money. But I don't like. I love my sisters, but we're different. And Anna G, how you doing? I love all 4 of my sisters. I really do. And if I was going to live with any of them, would probably be my youngest, but I don't think she could handle me. And And I know her husband doesn't like having people staying with him that much. So I know that would be a no-go. If my little sister was single, we could do it. But like I said, with her being married, it's a no-go. He's no. I get along with him quite well, but like I said, I understand that you want your more. It's going pretty good. I've been working around the apartment the last couple of days, trying to get things straightened up. Man, we hadn't had a JLB here in a long time. How you doing, JLB? JLB has the IQ of a dirty shoe. It's been a long time since you've been here, man. Welcome back. Uh, well, I'm going to be honest with you, Tim. It depends on who I was living with. Uh, but yeah, like I said, I love my sisters, but much more than a couple weeks to a couple of months, while I set myself up, would be probably more than I could handle. Because, like I said, my sisters, which I love dearly, were just so different. I'd have to be, no, that would be a lot different. Uh, so, I mean, but yeah, I could handle it for a while. Uh, just now, when my brothers were alive, I could live with either one of my brothers. We were a little more similar. My brother Jim was a little more, uh, a lot more conservative than myself, but we got along quite well. Uh, Jim was one I was in the Navy with. Gary was a lot more like me. We got along quite well. We understand, Crystal. We appreciate you coming. So it's just, you do what you can. Like I said, I plan on going to Cebu first. I want to check out some places like Iloilo, Bohol, uh, maybe Davao. I want to see Dumaguete and Valencia, but I don't think I'd want to live in either one of the places. I think they're a little more expensive than I want. I could be wrong, but it just uh, Valencia I think is a little too far out from Dumaguete. Dumaguete, I, I if I'm going to be in a place that's uh, chaotic, I'd rather be in Cebu. Uh, Cebu has a Grab if you need it. Uh, they have other things that is all right. Well, Anna G, I plan on staying right here at my house. I don't really drink anymore, uh, and I don't drink and drive, so I do not do that. I live by myself, so I won't be drinking. I might step outside and see if I can see some people. Sometimes people shoot off fireworks. I'll see if I can see those. But I just plan on staying home. That's unless I work that day. If something comes up and I'm working, I'll go to work. But I just don't. Like I said, I don't drink and drive, and I don't like drinking by myself. And I do not live close enough to a bar to walk to and walk back. And I can't see paying a taxi cab or a Grab. Well, here we have a Uber. Or paying an Uber driver. No, I don't have to work this year. Not now. That can change. But right at the moment, I have New Year's Eve off. I have worked many a New Year's Eve. I worked many a Christmas. I worked many a holiday. In security, you don't get holidays off if that's normally your scheduled day. Now, I understand that, Tim. That's the way I feel about St. Patrick's Day. When I was a drinking man, I used to call that amateur day or amateur night. And I was still a drinker when I moved to Rochester, when I moved back out here to New York years ago. I was still drinking. I still did drink and drive. And I was talking with one of the waitresses at my favorite bar, and something came up about St. Patrick's Day, and I said, "No, I won't be in. That's amateur night." And I don't think she ever worked a St. Patrick's Day before. And so I came in. I don't know if it was the next day after St. Patrick, but the next day I came in after St. Patrick. She looked at me. She goes, "I know what you mean now." I said, "Yeah, you got all these guys that don't drink but once or twice a year, getting drunk and acting like idiots." And that's just basically the same thing with New Year's Eve. Although New Year's Eve, they have a little more, you can go out and that party because they'll have a lot of hotels will have a party, and you get a room and you can stay where you're at, but you still have the amateurs. And in a regular bar, some of these amateurs will get drunk and they'll start acting like idiots and get into trouble, and it's just not worth it. Payday Fridays were close to that in the military. We used to get paid a couple times a month, and if it fell on a Friday, we had a lot of guys that didn't drink normally out there drinking, and that was amateur night. And so you try to avoid certain areas because of the amateurs. I called them amateurs because I was drunk, so I was a professional. But like I said, I really don't drink much at all anymore. I just pretty much gave that up. I will have a drink now and then if I'm with a friend and we're staying where we're at, or if they're driving, or it's close enough to walk to there and walk back. But I haven't lived close enough to walk to a bar in a long time. And when I did live, the last place I lived at where I was close enough to walk to a bar, I didn't like the bars I could walk to. Now, there was one bar I'd have a drink at. It was the bar that my landlords owned. But I didn't go over there very much because I really didn't care for a lot of the clientele. I liked the owners. But it was a very small place. So I just, much older people, they were not my kind of crowd. Not the people weren't bad, it just wasn't my kind of crowd. I didn't go in there very much. So yeah, I've pretty much given up drinking at this point because, like I said, the people I know that I run around with, they don't drink. So it's this. I don't like that point that way. So it's just that why drink? I mean, it's spending money I don't need to spend because I said I need to save money, as I've told you all before. And my friends don't drink. So it doesn't make sense to go to the bar and a drink. And I don't like to drink at home by myself. No, last time I had a drink, I was trying to remember. I think I was coming back from Terre Haute, stopped at the hotel that I stay at in Erie, Pennsylvania. I went down in the hotel itself. They had a restaurant bar. I went down, ordered some food, and I had one rum and coke. And I went back to my room. That was the only drink I had. And that's been, trying to remember, 2-3 years ago. It's been a while. And that's the last time I had a drink. Just nothing against drinking. It just, the reason for drinking has changed. And I hope when I retire, I'll stay out of the bars. That's my plan. I I don't want to go in and spend all my time in a bar. I just don't want to do that. I'd rather do that. I'd rather spend my time at a coffee shop, at the mall, at a beach resort, sitting on my patio or on my balcony having a cup of coffee. I just don't want to see myself in the bar. I'm not saying I'll never go to the bar, but I don't want to. That's not the way I want to spend my evenings. If I have some friends and they want to go to the bar one night, okay, But if that's going to be a regular, Mingay, how you doing? Thank you for coming. I hope you had a Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a Happy New Year coming up. I hope you and your family will enjoy yourselves. I hope everybody has a great New Year. I hope the next year fulfills our wishes and our desires, and we, have a great year as far as what we need and what we want. But so yeah, like I said, when I get to the Philippines, when I start dating, I want to date a woman who's not into drinking. Because if she's in, and I don't mean I don't want her to drink at all. I mean she's not into going to the bars. She's not into drinking every day. Because that's not what I want to do. And if we're doing that, then we're wasting all our money doing that instead of doing other things. And I want to find a place that's got decent health care, if possible. I want to find a place that is cost not fairly, for me, inexpensive. I don't want to say cheap. I don't want cheap, but inexpensive for me. So I can spend the money on my cost of living and then have money to spend on other things. And so, like I said, that's why I'll look at places like Iloilo, Bohol, maybe a couple places in Leyte, Ormoc, Tacloban, something like that. They have the better hospitals on Leyte. You can fly in. Dan was telling me they're going to have a direct ferry from Bye to Cebu, but you can take a ferry from Cebu to Ormoc right now. And the way he was talking, I think they're going to be building an airport that will be able to fly into there, which is one of the things I'd like. I'd like to be able to fly in and out of places. Not that I would do it every time, but I have a friend who's talked about maybe visiting after I move there, and I know they get motion sickness. So I think the plane would be better than the ferry. But, that's just things you have to worry about. Nothing's big. But like I said, the big thing to me is a decent hospital, decent prices, so I can live on my Social Security and enjoy myself. And I like to have a little more stability in the infrastructure, such as not as many blackouts or brownouts as they're called in the Philippines. And if I live in an area that's going to have a lot of brownouts, I'd like to live in a place that has a nice size backup generator, because I have sleep apnea, so I need power to sleep. If I can't have my CPAP running, I'm not sleeping. So that makes it tough on me. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a no starter or a deal breaker, but it's something I will take into consideration, that when you start looking at places, you're like this place, and they're pretty well even. Then you start looking at the smaller needs, lights, traffic lights. If I like a couple places and one has traffic lights that the drivers on the road that seem to obey, that would be a plus for me. But it's not the deal breaker. I can adjust to where you go with the flow of the traffic, the ebb and flow. It might take me a while to adjust to it, or I can understand how to navigate it if I'm driving. But it's something I can do. Like I said, there are certain places I really want to see. I don't know if I want to live there. Like Dumaguete and Valencia. I really want to see Valencia. I really want to go to their Sunday market. I've seen so many videos on it. But like I said, do I want to live in that area? If I had to say right now, I'd say no, but they're an area I would consider. And the reason I'd say no is there's a lot more for the population of the city. There's a lot of expats that are driving up the prices. And a lot of these people have a lot more retirement fund than I have. I won't say all of them do, but a lot of them do, from what I'm hearing. So that's something I have to consider. I have to get it. But that's that's nothing I can worry. Nothing I can do about it until I get there. Like I said, this Cebu is where I'm heading first. And I'll even consider areas in the Manila area, but I won't live in BGC or Makati. Those things are a little more expensive for me, but you can live right outside of there a lot cheaper. You got good hospitals you can commute into, so it's an area I'd consider. It's not where I'm going to look first. Like I said, I'm going to look in Cebu and the Visayas area first. All right, Crystal. The still hopping. That's good. But so yeah, it's just it's just something you have to think about. And the more I have to think about it, the more I realize that I got to have a certain amount of money. Like I said, I could do it in 1 year. I really could, once I get back to work. But that would make things a little tighter than what I want. So I'll probably try to. That's why I'm thinking about 2 years, because that'll give me a lot more of a cushion, which is what I want. But I may decide once I got that amount that I know I can do it on, even though it's not as much cushion as I'd want. I may decide I'm tired, I'm done working, and then beat foot boogie, pull up roots and take off. It all depends on when it happens. Right now, I signed my lease ends in the end of February. I'll have to sign a new lease, and so between March of this year and end of February next year, if that doesn't happen, I'm going to sign a new lease. Unless I feel like it's getting close, I'm going to sign another year. So that means I'll be stuck another year. I may only do a few months, but the second time, and this time it's going to be a full year. So, yeah, Jerry, the province life is not for me unless it's close to the city. If I can be inside the city within 10, 15 minutes, I can handle the province life. Depending on the size of the city, how far away from the hospital. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I want a hospital that's close by. I want the entertainment of the city. Because you live let's be honest about it, you live in the province. There's no real entertainment there, except for maybe the local festivals when they have that. But they don't have a mall. They may not have a restaurant close by. They might have a bar, but like I said, I'm not into bars. My entertainment, I could set peacefully a day or two in the province, but I know me. I'm going to have to go to that city once in a while. I'm going to have to go do something because otherwise, I'm just going to get a whole lot worse as far as health goes. I'm going to get a whole lot fatter and a whole lot lazier. Uh, so that I can't have that. Like I said, that's why I got to change gym memberships. I got to get to something that I can do that. Because, like I said, right now the walking is just tough on my feet. And until this year, there was not. I could walk 3 miles without problems. I can't do that anymore. My arches are starting to fall. So now, if I walk 2,000 steps, my arches are killing me, especially my right one. Well, you can't get in good shape. You can't get in better shape if you can't walk or if you can't do stuff. That's why I said I could ride a bicycle, but I want to be able to do things to improve my health besides just riding a bicycle. Like I said, I want to get back once I go to the Philippines. I want to get back into doing, like I said, I want to get back into skin diving or snorkeling, either one you want to call it. Maybe I'll take up scuba. I don't know. I always wanted to do that, but we'll have to see once I get over there. Because, like I said, I always did. I learned that. I told many of you this, and many of you may not know it, but I started snorkeling or skin diving, whichever one you want to call it, in Subic Bay, Philippines. My friend Chris was a diver, and he used to scuba dive, but he was never, he never got his license. A friend would always get him the equipment, and they'd go diving, but he wanted to go skin diving, and for some reason I couldn't go the first day they went, so he took our friend Marv, and him and Marv went out, and Marv didn't clear the snorkel quite right, and almost took himself. Because after he thought he blew all the water out, he took a breath and he took water in. So he wouldn't go diving anymore. So the next time, on the next weekend, I had the same day off as Chris. And so Chris and I went. And after that, Chris and I went almost every weekend. He taught me how to, the proper technique of breathing through the tube and clearing the tube and how you clear the mask and all that good stuff. And so I fell in love with it. It was great. I enjoyed it. We'd go every weekend. Yeah, Jerry, the last time I rode a bicycle was in the 1990s. I can't say pre-1990s, but it was in the 1990s. And so, yeah, I want to say right around 91, 92, probably somewhere in there the last time I rode a bicycle. But it is good exercise, and it is easier on your joints than running or walking. LV, 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 LV. How you doing, LV? Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Are you doing a live stream today? And so, yeah, so it's been a long time since I've done any exercise like that. I knew a guy back when I was starting to ride a bicycle. Actually, that was in the 80s before I started riding. He rode the bike from where we lived. He lived a couple blocks closer than myself, but he rode the bike every day to the college, went swimming, and then rode the bike back home. And he lost a lot of weight, got into really good shape. So yeah, I get maybe it was pre-diet. Trying to think now. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm sorry, Jerry. I have to correct myself. I stand corrected. It was pre-1990. It was late 80s. Late 80s. It was late 80s because 1990, it was 89. So it was probably 89 the last time I rode a bicycle. Because after that, I moved in closer to, I moved actually into the city itself, or the city limits, not the city, of Terre Haute. And I did a lot more walking, but I didn't do any bicycle riding. And, so yeah, that was probably 89, just before I moved. But so yeah. Now, Elvie, are you doing a live stream today? Are you still there? I know we don't have a lot of people in the chat, but it's kind of dying down. We're down to, it looks like 3 people, and I'm probably one of them. So, yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it's been an hour, and it seems like it's really slowed down. I want to thank everybody for coming, and we'll do another one probably next week, unless put it on my work schedule. As soon as I know what my work schedule is, I'll put one up or let you guys know. And I'm going to have to figure out some things, what I want to do. But I want to remind everybody to have a Happy New Year. Stay safe, especially those here in the States or Canada. A lot of people get drunk and act like idiots. And so be safe out there. Remember to be kind to each other. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And have fun. Remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and let's try to have fun. All right, everybody. Peace. Love you. We're going to end this stream, and take care. Bye.